In a world that constantly pushes us toward perfection, perfect bodies, perfect careers, perfect relationships, it's easy to forget that being human means embracing our imperfections. We live in an age where we are bombarded with messages telling us that we are not enough, that we need to do more, be more, and fix what's broken about us. But what if the secret to true strength, peace, and fulfillment isn't in fixing our imperfections, but in embracing them? What if I told you that the power to transform your life lies not in perfecting yourself, but in showing yourself compassion for who you are right now, imperfections and all? Self-compassion is the key to embracing our imperfections, and in doing so, we unlock a deeper sense of inner peace and strength. Today, let's explore how practicing self-compassion can help you embrace your flaws and imperfections, and why doing so is one of the most powerful ways to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. I remember a time in my life when I was constantly chasing after an ideal version of myself, someone who had everything figured out, who never made mistakes, and who always appeared strong and put together. I believed that if I could just be perfect, then everything would fall into place. But the truth is, the more I tried to reach for perfection, the more disconnected I felt from who I really was. It wasn't until I started embracing my imperfections that I began to feel at peace with myself. I stopped pretending to be someone I wasn't, and I allowed myself to be vulnerable, to make mistakes, and to be imperfect. That's when I realized that self-compassion, not self-criticism, is what truly gives us the strength to face life's challenges. Have you ever felt the pressure to be perfect, to always meet expectations and never show weakness? The truth is, our imperfections are part of what makes us human, and that's something to be celebrated, not hidden. Self-compassion is the practice of treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and patience that you would offer to a close friend who is struggling. It's about being gentle with yourself when you make mistakes, instead of beating yourself up or feeling inadequate. Self-compassion involves accepting your flaws and imperfections and acknowledging that they don't define your worth. So often we think that to be deserving of love and respect, we need to be flawless. But the truth is, perfection doesn't exist. We are all imperfect, and that is what makes us beautiful and unique. Self-compassion helps us see that we don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love, success, or happiness. Self-compassion is made up of three key elements. Self-kindness. Instead of being self-critical, we speak to ourselves with kindness, offering comfort and understanding when we're struggling. Common humanity. We recognize that imperfection is part of being human, and we're not alone in our struggles. Everyone faces challenges and has flaws. Mindfulness. We acknowledge our thoughts and feelings without judgment. We allow ourselves to feel what we feel without trying to suppress or deny it. You might be wondering, why is embracing our imperfections so powerful? The answer lies in acceptance. When we embrace our flaws, we stop fighting against who we are. We begin to see that our imperfections are not weaknesses, but part of what makes us unique. Embracing our imperfections gives us permission to be authentic, to be real, and to show up as our true selves, without the need for validation or perfection. The truth is, our imperfections are often what connect us to others. Think about the people you admire or feel closest to. Chances are they're the ones who are real, who are open about their struggles, and who embrace their flaws. Imperfections create empathy and understanding, because when we share our authentic selves, we invite others to do the same. When we practice self-compassion, we learn to approach our imperfections with love and acceptance. This doesn't mean that we don't strive for growth or self-improvement. It means that we approach ourselves with kindness as we navigate life's challenges. When we accept ourselves, imperfections and all, we create a foundation for personal growth that is rooted in self-love, not self-criticism. Embracing our imperfections through self-compassion has profound benefits for our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. Let's take a look at a few of these benefits. Reduced anxiety and stress. When we stop striving for perfection and allow ourselves to make mistakes, we reduce the pressure we put on ourselves. This leads to lower levels of stress and anxiety. Greater emotional resilience. Self-compassion helps us bounce back from setbacks more effectively. When we're kind to ourselves in difficult times, we build emotional resilience and the ability to recover more quickly. Improved relationships. When we accept our own imperfections, we become more accepting of others' flaws as well. This leads to deeper, more meaningful relationships based on understanding and empathy. Increased self-worth. When we stop measuring our worth by our achievements or appearance and start accepting ourselves as we are, our sense of self-worth becomes more solid and unshakable. A more authentic life. Embracing our imperfections frees us from the need to perform or put on a facade. We can live more authentically, without fear of judgment or rejection. Now that we know how powerful self-compassion can be, let's talk about how to practice it in our daily lives. Here are a few simple ways to embrace your imperfections with self-compassion. Speak kindly to yourself. When you make a mistake or face a setback, replace self-criticism with words of kindness. Instead of saying, "I can't believe I messed up," try saying, "It's okay, I'm human and I can learn from this." Accept your flaws. Acknowledge that no one is perfect. Embrace your imperfections as part of what makes you uniquely you. Remember that you are worthy, regardless of your flaws. Practice mindfulness. Take a moment to check in with yourself and acknowledge your emotions. Rather than ignoring or suppressing your feelings, allow them to exist without judgment. Be present with yourself. Celebrate your progress. Instead of focusing on what's not perfect, celebrate the progress you've made. Appreciate the steps you've taken, no matter how small, toward growth and self-improvement. Forgive yourself. If you make a mistake or slip up, don't beat yourself up. Forgive yourself and remember that every mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. As I close, I want to leave you with this. Embracing your imperfections is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. When you practice self-compassion, you create a life that is rooted in authenticity, love, and acceptance. You give yourself permission to be human, to make mistakes, and to grow, without the pressure to be perfect. So the next time you're faced with a challenge or a mistake, remember this. Your imperfections are not weaknesses. They are part of what makes you beautifully, uniquely you. If this video has helped you reflect on the power of self-compassion and embracing your imperfections, I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you practice self-compassion in your life? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you believe in the transformative power of embracing who you are, imperfections and all, join our community by subscribing. Thank you for being here today, and I look forward to the next time we can explore life's deeper truths together.